Alright, let's get started. Let's get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're from. As you can tell, more Diablo 2. Though I was playing on a new warlock on the side. Didn't want to push ahead on this one for anybody that's following along. I did go in, on. Not sure why my personal stash is empty, but okay. I did go and magic find on another character. Hit up some free games as well. And now I've actually got stuff that I can use. Still can't use any of these books that I've gotten though. At least not yet. We'll be able to soon. Let's go ahead and get these new items on. Drop my energy just a little bit by 2. These are part of a set. But these give me 15 mana. Or that one gives me 15 mana, so I'm going to use that one instead. And all this gear right there is good XP. Or not good XP. Good gear for lower levels, so I'm gonna hold on to those. Make sure that make sure I'm keeping them for higher or lower characters. All right, I do believe when we left off on Saturday, we were almost to Andariel, like super close to Andariel. We got all the waypoints for Act 1.
The shadows
literally, like,
of anguish.
We're so close to Andariel. We're level 14, so want to pull up that leveling guide, make sure we're still following it. And then let's see if we can find Catacombs level 3, and then from 3 we'll find 4.
Not enough mana.
And on 4 we will find Andariel herself. I'm not expecting her to put up much of a fight. Only because, like, the only reason why I say that is because The last time that I soloed her with a warlock, I killed her in like less than 20 seconds. And that warlock was not even kitted out like this one is, so I'm hoping this one's gonna hit much harder. Oh yay, spiders. Kill them with fire. Grab that gnarled staff, because that is good gold. We're on the lookout for Catacombs level 3's stairwell. Not down there now, is it? Oh wow, the game's being generous today on gems. And there we go. There is level 3. I'm gonna go ahead and go to town, identify and sell stuff.
Good day.
Probably go ahead and repair as well. I don't think I need to keep that one large charm I just got. Sell, sell, sell. Go ahead and repair. And we'll go ahead, deposit our gold, deposit our gems, and drop off this amulet. And then I want to take a look at my charms, because I've got a small stash of charms that I can swap out. This one I do want to get rid of. Don't want to get rid of any of my mana ones. This one I can toss in as well. This one's going to give, the one that I just swapped it with is going to give 2 to maximum damage, 14 to attack rating, and 5 to strength. I need that extra strength. Yeah, the rest of these are life, and while they're good, the ones that I have are just better. Looking to see if I can use any of these other items, which I which I probably cannot. And that's a no. Okay. I'm at 36 strength, 22 dexterity, 75 vitality, and 20 energy. Alright, back to the portal now. Inching ever closer to Andariel, and therefore Act 2. And Act 2 is going to be giving us all sorts of new challenges. There'll be a lot of poison creatures, which we have no poison resistance, so that's going to give us a whole new set of challenges unto its own. I want the health shrine. Open up the coffin if it'll let me pass. Did not want to pick that up because it is cracked. Now, we may not... With having no poison resistance, and Dariel might present an issue because she has a poison nova attack. So that's going to prove interesting. Okay. Cute spell. Okay. That's an interesting name. Blackburn the Sharp. Alright, we are still on the hunt for the stairwell down to Catacombs level 4. Ooh, Splint Mail. That shouldn't be dropping in Act 1. And there it is. There is Catacombs level 4. I'm gonna go back up to 3. Excuse me. Drop a portal there. On the off chance that we might die. You don't want the portal down here because Andariel can get in here. And you don't want to be just come through the portal and boom, getting, one-shotted by Andariel. Another Split Mail. Let me pick that Split Mail up. No. Alright, we're gonna go ahead, top off mana. Alright, we dropped. Alright. while she did poison us, she was not much of a fight, however.
And the maiden's anguish
And she actually dropped
over her charred
mostly decent loot. Like on normal, she dropped all nightmare or rare items. Like it's pretty okay. Go ahead and finish scooping up stuff. Now we're gonna pop back to town.
This is a
And Dario.
So now we're gonna be looking to get rid of our oh, those are better gloves for sure.
Greetings.
We're gonna be looking to get rid of our rogue
the caravan is
mercenary, because when we get to Act 2, we're gonna get
Good evening.
one with fanaticism. And that's gonna give us some life regen, some HP regen, which is gonna be really helpful, really handy. Don't know if we have a spear or anything good for him to use, but we're gonna get one regardless. We're gonna get one regardless because I can just buy the gear if I need it. So we're now completely done with Act 1. Act 1 is complete. We're heading to Act 2 now. Before we do that, I've got to pull up my handy dandy leveling guide. We're level 15 now. So we're gonna put a point into Ring of Fire and all of our stat points into Vitality again. All right, now we're gonna talk to Wareve, and he's gonna take us east, and I'm going to mute for this.
We traveled east, over the mountains and into the vast deserts of broken lands. As the days passed, my companion told me of himself, that he had once been a great warrior, and that a dark and secret burden now weighed heavily upon him. We traveled for an eternity across that arid wasteland. How long? I couldn't say. And always, a dark cloud seemed to follow us just over the horizon. Finally, the journey ended. We climbed the last bridge. There below us lay our destination. The shining jewel, Root Lane, with a great sea beyond. We made camp that last night. Perhaps it was the warm desert wind or the sound of the ocean, but for the first time in many weeks, I slept. However, the dreams returned, but these were clearly not my own. I beheld a vision of a great man, the mage, Talrasha. You were there too, Tyrael. I remember seeing you in my dream. His brethren had cornered a great demon, Baal, Lord of destruction who had been set loose upon the world. They attempted to imprison the demon within a sacred stone. Yet when their attempts failed, Talrasha selflessly volunteered to contain the demon within himself, completing the prison. He instructed his brethren to bind him within a tomb, buried under the sand, there to wrestle with the demon for all eternity.
Now you know what I seek, Marius. This is my brother. Sleep now. We set out with the dawn.
The next morning, we walked over the hill toward Lutgolain. I had no idea then of the horrors that were in store for me there.
Hello.
So, yeah. We are now in Act 2.
Greetings, honored traveler.
Basically, Jaren is the lord over Lutgolain.
How do I know I can trust?
Alright, so now we have access to higher health potions. We have access to light health potions and mana potions now.
Stay a while and listen.
We can go ahead and toss this stuff on the ground because, like, we're about to get rid of her. And we're going to hire one of these guys over here.
I bet you wonder how
You
this
talk to
town
Grease,
manages to stay
he'll let
safe
you hire
in the
a
desert.
new
I can tell you that it's got nothing to do with the local town guards. They're all in the palace.
a
for
new
some
mercenary.
reason. Jaren hired me and my mercenaries to help keep the peace around here. We're not cheap, but we're the best this
If I'm not
wasteland has to
mistaken,
offer.
he's part of the Iron Wolves that are in Diablo 3 and 4 and Immortal. Alright, so prayer completely regens life. Don't want blessed aim. Alright, so maybe it is prayer that we want. Alright, and now let's go ahead. Give him that.
I know much about
Sell this. We'll also sell his bow. Let me take a look. Actually, he might be able to use this. No, we can't because it's at level 76. That's for damn sure.
Put that to good use.
Maybe one of these spears I've got? Nope, that's level 81. Level 81. So that's a no. Okay, I can actually use these boots now, which are shreds of Scython, 30% faster run wall, 32 enhanced defense, 50 defense versus missile, 10 to life, and 50% slower stamina drain, which is great. That is a great thing. All right, we need to find a good pole arm that this guy can use. So that might be it. Go ahead and get a new belt on. Oh, never mind. I already had. Alright, so I bought that belt for nothing. It happens. Okay, so he cannot. No, he can't.
I can't use that yet.
Why can't? Oh, it's dexterity is why. He cannot use that because of the dexterity. Okay.
I'll put that to good
But he can use that. Alright. Now, over here is Atma. She gives us our first quest.
But if you want
So we gotta go down into the sewers and kill Rodiment. And then Mashif will take us to Act 3 after we finish Act 2. So there's two ways to get into the sewers. There's here, and then up near the guard, or not the guard, the mercenary captain is another way. There's our waypoint for town. Open the trapdoor, there's sewers level 1. Enter there, or you can enter, like I said, on the opposite side. I'm actually gonna go down here and enter. Sometimes it'll put you in at a closer spot. See, it put us right beside sewer level 2, which is what we're looking for. We're gonna swap out of those potions right quick. All right, and basically we're just gonna be running until, like, running the outer edge, killing what we can, when we can, until we see a quest marker pop up. And when the quest marker pops up, it'll be near an outer edge. Oh wait, maybe we have to go down one more. Maybe it is sewer level 3. All right, we'll use my outer edge. Oh, hey, a rune just dropped. Okay. Those guys are gonna poison you if you walk over them because they release a poison cloud. Rejuvenation potions.
Not enough.
Oh yeah, it's my go man.
Not enough mana.
Oh, now I got a poison right there. And there's Rodiment. And my god, my mercenary's been killed. Alright, so he's gonna drop a book of skill.
Master.
And when we use that, that gives a free skill point. And using the build guide, we're going to get a sigil of lethargy. Now we're going to go ahead and bind that. Don't forget to grab your loot chest, which is right there, and it's going to have the Herodic scroll in it. Open a portal, we're done down here. We'll go talk to Atma. And there we go. Quest 1 is completely done. Now we gotta show the scroll to Deckard Cain.
The lost Herodic scroll. What a fortunate turn of events. As the last living Horodrim, I alone have knowledge of its meaning. Now, to read the Herodic runes it bears.
It's interesting going back and playing too,
after binding Baal within Tal
after spending a lot of time in Diablo 4, because in 4 you do a lot of questing with Lorath, who is also a Horodrim, and you encounter another Horodrim. So like in like Lorath and the other Horodrim knew Deckard Cain, so
wooden shaft and metal head.
Either Deckard Cain's losing his mind or they changed it, which obviously they changed it. Oh, let's go ahead and identify items. And those are of no use. We can go ahead and sell those potions as well. All right. Our next quest is we have to find the Herodric Cube, which is going to be underneath the the Halls of the Dead under the Dry Hills. Find the staff the Staff of Kings, which is going to be in the maggot lair under the Far Oasis, and then we have to find the headpiece to the staff under the Claw Viper Temple. These are going to take a minute to do, because they're meant to last the majority of Act 2. Alright. There's one more NPC that sells items. He's also a gambling NPC, just like Geed in Act 1, which gambling in 2 is a waste of gold. Oop, he froze me. And now comes the grind, because like the maps here are very large and they just keep getting larger as you go. And Act 2 can be very tedious, though not as tedious as Act 3, in my opinion. Act 3 just sucks. It's a massive area. Ding, level up. More vitality. Another point into Ring of Fire. Now, there is no waypoint here in the Rocky Waste. Our first waypoint is going to be the Dry Hills as soon as we find it. And I very well may be going the wrong way, and I think I am. I'm gonna pick up that dirt, check it, and toss it, because that is crap. Ring of Fire is just melting them. So yeah, I went the wrong way. Now, if you were hurting for XP, you can go down into the Stony Tomb level 1. I'm not, so I'm not going to worry about it. At least not yet. The entrance was right here by town. All right, since I know where that is, I'm going to pop into town right quick and grab some more mana from Drognan. And there we go. And now we can continue on. After I get my fill of caffeine. All right. Now we're in the dry hills. Now we're going to be looking for the Hall of the Dead. We're going to want to be looking for waypoints, whole 9 yards. And we do want to identify this spear, because this could be better than what he has.
I'll put that to good use.
It was not. That was 10 whole maximum damage less.
I need mana.
So I want to get my border, my bounds established on the map. All right, so that's a center bound. And the Hall of the Dead are not going to be ruins like this. It's going to be a kind of a standalone structure. So we're going to be on the lookout for that. These little alcoves have gold in them. Now it could be up this stairwell right there, because the hall or the dry hills will continue on that way. And I'm willing to bet that's probably where it is. Especially considering that we've ran this entire part of the map not here. Then 1 second. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go up the stairs. Same thing. We're gonna be looking for that standalone building, but we want to get, there's our waypoint first. Oops, so I did miss the sewer layer level 2 waypoint. I'm not overly worried about that right now because honestly, we won't ever be going back down there. Got that wand. Yeah, it's a good wand to sell.
I need mana.
All right, this is, oh, I thought this was the next area. It fooled me. All right, here is the Hall of the Dead. Halls of the Dead. We're gonna go ahead and finish running this border. And don't even have to finish running it. So here's Far Oasis. We know where that is now. Let's go ahead and get down there and start slaughtering. And you know, as you can tell, like, XP is coming a lot faster now because these are harder enemies, you know, more XP given.
Not enough mana.
Another thing that you can notice is
I need mana.
if you've played Diablo 2 before, you'll notice that or any of the Diablo games really, a lot of the times the spellcasters are really squishy. And
Good day.
these not like the warlock, not so much. We're gonna sell all this. Actually, I should not have sold that. That was actually 3 to miasma bolt, 2 to lethargy, and 1 to cleave. That's fine. Also earning a lot more gold compared to Act 1 now. Turn our map back on so we can get back down into the Halls of the Dead. Here's Halls of the Dead 2, which is going to have our next waypoint as well as the queue. Yeah, that ring of fire is really handy at crowd clearing. All right, there's our waypoint. We're just gonna drop that because we don't want that. All these potions up. Here soon we're gonna start encountering spawners for those mummy creatures. Damn, okay. RNG is blessing me today. Legendary monster. Go ahead and toss these mana potions up in there as well.
I am overburdened.
RNG is very much blessing me today. Alright, there's our Herodric Cube. You have to go back to town though, because I'm full.
Hello.
Go ahead and sell that and that. And toss these two. I'm actually going to start doing jewels here with them. This dagger can go into personal. And that can go there. All right, now let's go ahead. Toss that. Now, you may want to just use a waypoint. I'm not going to. There's no sense in it, especially since the Far Oasis opening is right outside this door of the Halls of the Dead, so I can just run through and head back upstairs. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and finish clearing here. Get a little bit extra XP because I'm literally about to level up. And there it is. And now I can go ahead and leave. I don't care about the rest of that. And here is the entrance. I'll stop here and go ahead, do my skills and my stats. So I believe this is level 17. This is the last point into Ring of Fire, because next level we're going to start getting Flame Wave. And we're going to do Vitality again. But he's becoming very survivable. And now we can go ahead, head into Far Oasis. Same thing, we're just going to run this edge. Beetle Burst. Wow, RNG is being very generous today. Okay. Some good XP right off the bat coming in here. All right, town.
You have.
Yeah, we're gonna want to keep both of those.
Not in town.
Good evening.
We can sell that. We can sell that. We want to keep that. And we want to pull these out of the cube. We don't want to keep those in. Now,
Impossible.
so there's supposed to be a way. Yeah, there we go. Will it do more than one? So yeah, if you didn't know that about the Herodric Cube, you can take existing gems and turn them into the next tier of gems. So 3 chipped becomes a flawed. Flawed becomes whatever that next tier is. Okay. I've got it. So there. There's hotkeys to transfer the exact amount. Okay, and it's not super fast. But there we go. Kind of morbid that you can socket an entire human skull into an item. Now, in the other games, it's a lot easier to do all this. You don't have to do that, like, do it in the cube because the cube is not there. There's a different cube in 3. It's the Kanai's cube in 3. And 4 is just now getting, well, next month we'll be getting the return of the Herodric Cube. All right, there we go. I've combined what I can all the way up. And now I can send that back. And where were we? Healing stuff. That's where we were. So we're actually looking for 2 things. We're gonna be looking for the Far Oasis waypoint. And we're going to be looking for, I think it's the maggot lair.
Not enough mana.
And then, of course, we'll be looking for the exit out of here to the next area. And that may, like,
Not enough mana.
find us before
Not enough mana.
we find the waypoint in the next area. Okay, that's scrapped. Stairs down, maggot lair more than likely is down there. And the waypoint itself might be down there as well. No, maggot lair is right here. So waypoint and the next area is going to be down there. We're going to run through the middle right here, though, to make sure that we haven't missed the waypoint, which is doubtful. It's more than likely down in that lower level. All right, we're on the maggot lair. And again, this is all poison stuff down here. Found a jewel. And I still have no poison resistance, so this is gonna be fun. We are running out. Oh! So we do not want that in where our mana potions go. Damn it. It wouldn't be as hard or as much of a pain in the ass if I was playing on PC. And ding, another level up. Okay, well, we need a... There we go, new Goat Man. And here's Maggot Lair level 2. Sorry, hang on. Alright. Now, down to Maggot Lair level 2. And still lots of poison down here. I actually might have to go back to town just to get some more mana potions. course, I say that as I run out of mana in one slot. So yeah, back to town.
Good day.
Have Deckard identify whatever may be in my inventory. All right, I can sell that. That's yeah, 13 to mana. I'll take that shit. Holy hell. Honestly, now that I've got, damn it. Yo, what's up? Go ahead. Now that I have that prayer aura from my mercenary, I really don't need all of those healing potions. So I'll be able to get a little bit more mana carried with me. Drop that jewel in there. We can grab mana.
I can't do that here.
Deposit that gold too. I don't want to keep all that on me. All right, back through the portal. Now that we've got more mana, I'll be able to spam the Ring of Fire a little bit more. Get running through here. And of course, this is the wrong way. Got poisoned, like I knew it was gonna happen. All right. Lagged myself out a little bit.
Not enough mana.
So it's up to the right. I see it now. Wait, blast away just in case. All right, next level down in the maggot lair. And this is where we're gonna find the Staff of Kings. Well, not the full staff, but
I need a key.
that's locked, so I can't open that. Yeah, I'm gonna be going through a lot of mana now, I can tell. And thankfully, there is some mana right there for me. And a little bit more. Ooh, I wonder if this is better than what he's using, my mercenary. 9 to 24.
I'll put that to good use. I'll put that to good use.
Oh yeah, much better. Okay. Bye-bye to that one then. Oh, got frozen and poisoned. Double whammy. No, sir. All right. There's the actual Staff of Kings. Now I need to backtrack completely out of here. That way I can get back to the Far Oasis, since I do not have the waypoint for it. And so if you look at like the quest log, it doesn't look like we've done a whole lot in Act 2, but we really have already. And we've only been here, 30-ish minutes? All right, now that we're out, go ahead and open up this or portal, and
The stuff.
I'm not gonna be using the staff because that goes to, oops, not to drop it, that's for damn sure. Doubt that this is gonna be better, yeah. All right, I can sell this stuff.
To serve you.
You go ahead and repair. And let's get some more mana potions. And now we have to go find the waypoint for Far Oasis. Go ahead, get down in here. Same thing, we'll run the outer edge. Blast away anything that pops up. So all of that.
It's locked.
All right, there is Lost City. We'll be heading there very shortly.
Darkened the day, but my deeds were not. Need man.
And once we get this outer edge established, then we'll run that grid pattern through the middle to find the waypoint. Back in the old days, there was a third-party program you could run called Map Hack that would show the entire map to you. You risked getting your entire account banned if you got caught using it, though.
Not enough mana.
And there's our waypoint, literally right at the base of the stairs. What the fuck? All right, I'm gonna go back to town because I have to talk to somebody over an NPC over here.
I've been researching.
There we go. Oh, I leveled up. That's right. So we're going to pull back up that leveling guide. We are now level 18. So again, all 5 points into vitality. And now we get our first new skill in a while, which is going to be Flame Wave. Back to the Far Oasis. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Doesn't look like it uses a lot of mana either, which is really nice. All right, so now we're gonna get down here into the Lost City. Scoop up all of those manas. now that we've cleared the mobs that were like right there, and I'm not complaining because like that is all really good XP. There is something up there. So there's an upper level. Want to find our waypoint if we can, if it's even down here. Oh, another rune. There's that mana shrine. The waypoint may not be down here. Well, we did find the Valley of the Snakes, which is where our next part is. In the Claw Viper symbol. There is a waypoint down here.
Ascend from here.
Does it believe there's a waypoint down here? RNG gods blessing me again today. Alright, we'll go ahead. Grab the Amulet of Kings. I'm gonna go ahead and explore and clear this. Make sure that I'm not missing anything. Because I think there's a waypoint down here, but I'm not entirely sure. And there's the mummy spawners. Give me all that XP. XP good. Num 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 num. Let's go ahead and get our attributes spent, and then another into Flame Wave. All right, so 5 more into Vitality. And then another inflame wave. Let's go ahead and finish going down. So Flame Wave doesn't do as much damage as Ring of Fire, but damn, does it use way less mana.
I am overburdened.
Not to mention, Ring of Fire crowd clears way better. I can't argue with the results from Flame Wave though. Like, it is just chopping down whatever is standing in its path.
I need mana.
Alright. I think we're doing some pretty good damage now.
I need mana.
Alright, apparently there may not be a waypoint down here. Maybe this way. No waypoint. That's fine. That's fine. That hurt. All right, so now we can go ahead head back to those stairs.
Enough mana.
Grab this gold though. We'll head up to this next waypoint, to this next part, and look for our waypoint. And we're gonna do the same thing. Grab that. Outer edge, and then run the grid in the middle. I got tricked. I thought that was the waypoint there with those torches. Thankfully, the fire left behind does not harm me. Oh, there's the waypoint. Head back over here.
The Viper I've been.
All right, we can now tuck all this into the cube, transmute it, and bam, there we go. We have got our staff of king, or heraldric staff. We do need that out though. All right, let's just see. Our mercenary needs a better, which is this one.
I'll put that to good use.
We'll go ahead, deposit our runes. Our gems are good. Looking to make sure I don't have any that needs to be oh hey, I can actually see about getting a better book now. One to summon Defiler, one to Ring of Fire, one to Blood Boil, and two to summon Defiler. I will lose two to Miasma Bolt, though. Put me back down to 5, which I think is perfectly fine. I am going to go ahead and put this extra skill point, because I do have an extra skill point that I can't use right now. Because I'm supposed to be 3 points into this, but I can't do that. Huh. Hang on. 1 second. Going to reload the game.
Good day. Now that Andario with Ring.
Yeah, so I can't do that. So odd. I've got a skill point. Oh, I had to do Goatman. Okay. It's fine. I know how this game works, I swear. Now the question is... No, it's definitely a shield. I'm definitely going to get some plus all resistance. There we go. Now I've got a little bit of resistance all over. So that's really good. Yeah. I can't have a goat man and a defiler.
Excellent.
What is my next quest now? Tainted Sun's done. Take the staff to Tal Rasha's tomb. Alright, you gotta talk to Drogman.
I've been researching the old...
Basically, he just told us, hey, the Arcane Sanctuary that has been missing for millennia is actually underneath the palace somewhere. I've kind of speed ran Act 2 because we are close to
began here. I allowed the
taking out the summoner,
to join me within the safety
learning
of the
which
palace.
symbol
All was fine until one
identifies the tomb of Tal Rasha, and killing Duriel.
My guards arrived to find the poor
Hopefully.
girls being slaughtered. I have heard.
You may...
Yeah, I might have to do a bunch of like tomb runs to level up. And basically what that is you you run through and do all the other tombs that aren't actually Tal Rasha's. And you get a fair amount of XP. And you can continue to do that until I think like 25-ish, and then the XP just drops off. Alright, here's the next way down. Maybe it's, or maybe it is like 30-ish. I don't fully remember. The game server is going down in 14 minutes for maintenance. Are you kidding me? Alright, well, got 14 minutes to find the Arcane Sanctuary and get that next waypoint. What is the Defiler giving? Okay, that's actually not a bad... Alright, there's the next cellar level. Going down in 13 minutes. Okay, we get it. Y'all are shutting it down in 13 minutes. Oh, the Ring of Fire fires all faster now. Alright, we are in the Arcane Sanctuary now. We did miss Palace Cellar level 1. Alright. 1 second, I want to check. And I'll toss it on the just chatting scene. I want to check and see how long this maintenance is going to be. Okay, the main Diablo Facebook does not say. $11. Hmm. I'm literally trying to find anything on it. Nine minutes. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to call the stream here because maintenance is going to happen. The server is going to go down, and I have no idea how long that's going to be. So, uh, yeah, I don't see anything on the forums about it. I don't see anything on their Facebook. Let me check Twitter, see if maybe I missed something there. No, I don't see anything on Twitter either. Going off of the previous post on February 11th for maintenance, it was down all day. It was from like 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Maybe I know that there's some crashing issues on PC for Reign of the Warlock. Maybe they're trying to fix that. Not entirely sure, but I mean, it is what it is. It's out of my hands. I can't keep them. Can't force them to keep the server online. Sucks. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Warlock though in 2. Like it's a fun character class. It definitely feels it's funny that I'm bringing this up. So like I made a post on my Facebook, and it was just gameplay of. It's funny that just gameplay of the Warlock taking out Andariel on my first run through, and I made this comment there as well, and for my Facebook, for anybody that's not following it, there's my Facebook. So my link tree is going to be the best place to pull all of my social links. But I made this comment on there. And it was, I posted the video, and this is what I said. The new Warlock class in Diablo 2 Resurrected really feels like it's been there for the past 25 years. And it truly does. It truly feels like it has been in the game since Lord of Destruction, the expansion for 2. And this guy decides to comment that no, it doesn't. He's like, I mean, it's good to have a physical and magical class outside of Paladin, but it still does not. It's like you're wanting to trash and try to tear down the new class while giving it a backhanded compliment. And like I told the guy, agree to disagree, because it truly does feel like a class that would have been introduced with a future expansion. And Reign of the Warlock is an expansion without it being an expansion. Yeah, we didn't get a new act, we didn't get a new area, but we did get an entire new character class, new monster types, and new items, new rune words, new runes. That's a lot of content for a 25-year-old game. And like the fact that it plays like a mix of the necromancer and the sorceress mashed together is a lot of fun, with a little bit of paladin thrown in there, because like it's got the survivability of a paladin. You've got the summoning of demons like a necromancer, but then you've got like the fire and chaos skills, which are very, reminiscent of the sorceress itself. But I think I'm gonna have to call it there, unfortunately. I appreciate everyone tuning in, hanging out. And as